investor. Today was a really big day, and I don't want anybody to miss what happened that is really big, and it's monumental, and it's something that you need to make sure you pay close attention to. The markets are up today, and there's a lot of green that we're seeing today. Ripple's up a good bit from what it has been, but this is not some monster up day. This is not the kind of crazy day that we have ahead of us, because we'll have many of these type of days where the markets are going crazy, but they're going to go a lot crazier than they are today. What I want everybody to realize and everybody to notice is that today the reason for things going up like they have is because of what the SEC official. Now, this is not news to any of you. This is what happened today. Is one of the SEC officials proclaimed that Ether is not a security, and the reason that's important, even though I think most of us thought that it was not, and most of us realized Ripple is not a security, or XRP is not a security. But what's important here is because I believe that even if behind the scenes that the SEC told the people at Ripple that it was a security, I believe at the same time they're going to tell them to do X, Y, and Z, and it won't be considered a security. I think that's how this is all going to unfold. But the important thing that I want you to take away, I don't believe they're putting XRP back in the bottle. Not going to happen. It's too big of a deal. It's too big of an advantage for the United States to have a company as great as Ripple is, that is the torch bearer for digital currencies and blockchain. There's no way they're going to do it. But the point, that's not the point I want you to take away from today. The point that you need to take away from today is that this entire market since December has gone down and done all the things that it's done for two reasons, and two reasons only. One, the uncertainty that surrounds this right here. All people need, all of the millions of people who are scared to come into the cryptocurrency markets are scared for two reasons. This is the first one. They need some certainty as to what it is they're investing in, and they need to know that the government's not going to ruin their investment. And this right here is just one little tiny flash of what you're going to see once everything has been put in place, and they can and everyone who is going to ask investors to invest in these things is, once it's all put in place, what you're seeing in the market today, this green that you're seeing today, is going to be nothing compared to what you will see. And I wanted to remind, but also I wanted to go over the second reason. Second reason I've talked about before. It's the custody issue, which is being resolved right now. This is being worked on behind the scenes with all of these companies and institutions that are fixing to get into the digital currency market. It's all being worked out. But I wanted to go over with you. I want you to sit there and think about the XRP that you're holding and the XRP that you're able to get right now at basement prices. I want you to sit there and think in your mind, okay, I've got these two things that are obviously being worked out right before our eyes. And today we have evidence of what is going to happen, what will happen when these things are finally ironed out. You're just one little tiny flash of some of it being ironed out, and you get this. Imagine what you will get when the following happens. Let's just recap just a few things that we know are in the works, that are coming, and all that has to happen is for those few little things to be ironed out. One thing that's happening is NASDAQ is open to becoming a cryptocurrency exchange. Now, if they're putting that in a CNBC article, question you need to ask is, what are they doing behind the scenes? You better believe that they're getting ready to come in. The next one, I just pulled 7 or 8 that I knew of off the top of my head. I bet I could pull 50 articles of institutions and companies and different people that are fixing to come into this market. This one right here I'll show you is well, I think I just went off of that. Let me go back. Let's see here. Well, I lost that one, but that was the one where Coinbase was announcing that they're coming into, they've opened their index fund, I believe it was yesterday's news, but that's the second one I was going to show you. This one right here is utterly huge. Fidelity, this was, I think, this past week, Fidelity's quietly building a cryptocurrency exchange. They control most of the retirement assets in the United States. And then, of course, the one that I've always said is the huge of huge would be the SBI crypto. My computer's trying to stall out here. SBI cryptocurrency. They've opened it for 20,000 users, and in July they're opening it to the rest of their 4+ million users. And then you've got the all these articles keep stalling. Anyway, you've got the New York Stock Exchange owner, ICE, is said to be working on a Bitcoin trading platform. And then we've got Goldman Sachs has also said that they're fixing to get in the game. And then I'll finish, even though, like I said, I could pull up another 50 articles of huge companies and operations that are coming into this space. We could do this all day long. But the last one I'll show you is Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley is racing to lead Wall Street back into crypto. So the writing is on the wall. It's right in front of your face. It's just a matter of whether you want to look at it. Anybody who tells you that crypto's scary, it's risky, it's this, it's that, I wouldn't have been able to show you any of those articles if the major players in our country and around the world if they didn't believe this was ultimately going to be a thing and be safe to do. They wouldn't be doing this in a million years. But the only thing standing between us and hitting XRP prices that you can't even imagine is this, which you saw today, and this custody issue, and all of those dominoes will begin to fall. So you hang in there, you hold your XRP and keep buying as long as the morons that are keeping this down keep it down. You buy, because I'm the digital asset investor. I am not an investment advisor. And please subscribe if you haven't, and get your friends to subscribe and hit the like button as much as you can. And I really appreciate you watching. And go ahead and solve your own personal custody issue, and go in my description. You can get the Ledger Nano S, and you'll sleep a lot better at night holding your digital assets on that. Thank you.